Hi friend, this is Andy Vegan with a coconut cheese today. I make coconut milk, show you the video. I make coconut cream from that milk, show you another video. And now from that coconut cream, I make coconut cheese. And it has already been done by itself. Can you imagine? I just put the coconut cream in a glass like this. And to store it in the fridge, have it ready for use. Maybe in creams or sauces, dressings, whatever you like. Ice cream, of course. And after a while, that will begin after 3 or 4 days, it begins to ferment. Bacteria building inside and making it into a cheese. And this has sat for a while in my fridge. And I wanted to know, can I do my own bacteria in the cheese, own fermentation? Usually you can also do what I show in other videos, how to do with other kind of nuts, probiotics, bacteria culture, especially for making cheese, into the coconut or macadamia or cashew cream. I have some different cheeses made. You can watch the videos. I also have other cheeses where I put just the cream into a pot and let it ferment by itself. It's very nice. There's a little risk you have to know, because when you put the bought bacteria culture in to the milk, the cream, then you know what kind of bacteria will develop. Because the bacteria are very critical. There are lots of different bacteria and they depend much on their environment, how they evolve. So it can be that you make your own cheese by self-fermentation without bought bacteria, and some bacteria will evolve you wouldn't like. Then it begins to smell in a bad way, and then you know maybe this is not so good. So it can go wrong, yeah. But if you are lucky, as I am now, you have your bacteria in the perfect way for the cheese, and that's what happens then. It looks like that, just regular cream cheese. This is not hard cheese, of course, it's a cream cheese. So you can cut it in pieces, but it's not like slices, yeah, on the something bread or so. You cannot do that with this kind of cheese. For that, fermentation has to be different, in a different way. It takes much more time and so on. So what I do now here, I show you how I could use this kind of cheese. First, the easiest way, I can season it a little bit. And as it is a coconut cheese, yeah, self-fermented coconut cheese, I will combine it with a little bit of lime juice, because that is a really awesome connection or combination with the coconut cheese. The lime has a special affinity to the coconut. Yeah, it's really well known in the kitchen history, the recipes we find online. Many chefs know that lime and coconut are wonderful together. And if you compare it with other combinations, I tried a little bit. What could I combine with this kind of cheese? It's a product. Then there's a lot of work in there, yeah, to make the milk, to make the cheese, to make the cream, and then you can let it sit. But it takes a lot of time. So it's not a lot of work in there. So it should be a good decision what I combine it with. Otherwise, I want to spoil it or do something not so delicious. That would be a pity, especially for this high quality product. So this is what I have in my bowl here. Just a bowl with a fork. I need to combine, yeah, fold in the spices. And I have here, you can already see, I cut a lime, beautiful lime here. Cut it in 2 pieces. You see the lime is always green inside, whereas the lemon, it's a little similar. Lemon is yellow and lime is green. Sometimes you can only see it inside. Outside they might be yellow both, but our lemons can be green outside. But inside you always see the lime is green and the lemon is yellow. And so I put a little bit of lime juice here, and that's something I noticed with every kind of cheese I made so far. Cheese is very susceptible to spices, so you can only use a very little bit, yeah, usually. I mean, maybe there are different kinds of cheeses, yeah, for later I will find out probably, where you can use more, especially when you work with herbs. So I do not even use herbs there. You can do a lot of herbs, fresh herbs especially, into the cheese without any problem. But with the lime juice, for example, I wouldn't do that. And together with the lime juice, I also put some Himalayan salt. This is my favorite salt most of the time. Of course, there are always exceptions. Sometimes I need a black salt, yeah, or other salts that are available, or these huge crystals they can put on top of something very nicely, and they have a nice flavor. They are crunchy, and so there are different kinds of salt. But usually I take the Himalayan salt, of course, in small quantities. And especially here, don't put too much salt if you take salt at all. You can leave it away, of course. With lime, it's also nice. Yeah. But if you decide to take the salt here, then you should really take only a very little bit, just a little pinch, yeah, because it's easy, very quick. If you have too much of the salt in the cheese, and then the whole cheese is too salty, and you can't even like it anymore. It is a pity. As I said, it is a very high quality product, and that's why I take the greatest care usually, and I recommend so for you. So here, now, that is very important to really get it combined very well. The fork is the best tool I've found so far, yeah. And then I can taste it, I can check if there enough plenty salt or enough lime juice, we'll see. A bit more both. I was careful, that's okay. A bit more, 3 pinches, and also a little bit more lime juice. See, I don't even care for juicing, correctly juicing the lime, because I don't need that much of juice. I just take it, 1 lime here, and squeeze it in between my fingers, my hand. So that would be enough. So again, stir it until it is all combined. Quickly fold it in, completely fold it in, and then I can taste it again. It looks nice, it looks nice. And I guess I will do many more things with this kind of a cheese preparation. I'm looking forward to salad dressings right now. I have something in my mind already, but for so far it's all the cheese. You can also eat the cheese with crackers, or you can eat it with vegetables like celery, for example. Celery is wonderful for cheese, or other pâtés. Let's see. Yes. Oh, some more salt. Lemon is okay. Well, the lime is okay, not too much. Now the salt. It's often that salt and lemon or lime balancing each other, the flavor. So you have a little bit more lime, take a little bit more lemon to be really correct. Yeah, now we are there. A bit more, a little bit, tiny bit. It's very delicious. Very delicious. Oh, a fresh. The coconut is so fresh, coconut cream, and the lime is so fresh, and a little sour flavor from fermentation. It's not a very strong fermentation, it's very soft. Yeah? You let it sit for longer, it gets more and more sour, more and more fermented, like in a sauerkraut, for example. The long time fermentation makes it more intense in the flavor. You want to have it very gentle, you just do it a week or so. Vegetables, yeah, fermentation, very easy. Just needs to be clean. That's of course very sure. The glass needs to be clean. Yeah. Your kitchen should be clean. Your hands should be clean, and the fridge. Everything should be very clean for fermentation. That's very important. Now let's see the last. Maybe the last. Perfection. Yummy. So what I do now here, I show you what it looks like. I have to see. Show to see. Yeah. It's creamy nice, isn't it? It's wonderful. It's a wonderful cream. Here I have a ring for decoration, for serving, making cheese stew, a little plate. Just to give it a nice little shape, I put the cheese into a ring, then I store it in the fridge. And if it's too runny now, after stirring it with a little of juice, it might be a little bit runny, just put it in the fridge for a while and it's firm again, no problem. The coconut will always firm up. And you have something you could use in several purposes, with several ways. So it's the right amount for the ring. That will go into the fridge, it will firm up, and then I take the photo. Nice. Enjoy your coconut cheese, your self-fermented, and let me know how you feel about it. Glad to hear you or read you. You can subscribe Emily Vegan on YouTube. I have another recipe every single day. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.